everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, as we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Bridgewater on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it, and when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team.
Now he's going to let it go. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The INT, it's Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlighted, wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Play clock winding down.
We ready?
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. On the move to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was Naquan Treadwell, and it's third down. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game his last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's Bridgewater, and he comes back with one complete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So on fourth down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Trey Waynes is a very aggressive cover corner player, learning how to add off coverage to his game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. To throw his car. And his throw is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Carr. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, Bridgewater. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They come out here in the eye. Here's McKinnon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Throwing left side, it's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got room. Cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
All right, here we go. Wide and yes.
Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Throwing now is Carr. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. comes the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now come. The Raiders offense, they'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with the running back. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
3rd down and 8 now.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Saber. Here we go. Wide and yay.
Halfback sent in motion. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Osweiler, screen play, McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Osweiler, incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Osweiler throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. That is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third and 4. They come up in an offset eye. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. Now Osweiler on 1st down. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Osweiler. This is intercepted. It's the former Seat. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got time, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This is taken at the 10. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-lines. Play action. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Osweiler. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Now 4th down.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Here's Osweiler to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back there, here we go, Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Boom, landing! Gone! All right, let's go! Boom, landing!
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Set, 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And this is caught at the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Osweiler's going to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.